Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, can you share a little bit about how you came to do directions and some of the challenges you were facing before you got to us?
Certainly. I went to New Directions begrudgingly. It was not an option. My life before New Directions was chaotic, to say the least.
Yeah.
I didn't have like a really low alcoholic bottom. I just got fired from a job.
Wow.
But the me internally was just screaming and crying and just like wanting to get out of my own skin. And I think a lot of us in the program could understand that we drink or use drugs, whatever we did, to cope with what we're feeling and
Yeah.
experiencing. My goal when I was being raised was to make everything look perfect on the outside, but it doesn't matter how we looked on the inside. Like,
Yeah.
no one could care less.
Yeah.
I'd wake up. I remember when it exactly happened. I'd crossed that invincible line of alcohol being like a luxury and then became like a necessity,
Yeah.
as like the big book says it. And I was in New York, and I remember one time I woke up and I had a bad hangover, and my neighbor downstairs was like, "Well, just drink to get over it." I'm like, genius, like you were a genius.
Yeah.
And that's where it just went really bad. And I started drinking when I was, now it's considered to be old, but like 10 years old. so
So true.
so I was like basically an adult compared to the age of people drinking now.
Yeah.
And it was just a glass of wine at a wedding, as our parents would allow us to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't like become homeless right away. I didn't like go hide in a hotel room and kill people for alcohol. It's just like went to bed, wake up the next morning, didn't think anything about it.
Yeah.
And then when the opportunity came again to drink, I was like, same thing, whatever, it doesn't matter. But then I was at a party and I had that like altering thought while under the influence. I was like, this is the only way I ever want to feel ever again.
Yeah.
So I was like chasing that high that we all liked from the first time.
Yeah.
But, it was miserable. It was crazy. I thought I had it all together,
Of course.
but come to learn later on that everyone knew everything that I was doing. So I thought I was being so like secretive and conniving, and they're like, no, we knew it all. So the gig was up, had an intervention it was like 1 a.m. in New York.
Wow.
I was like, you pick a different time, right? And my cousin was helping my mom find treatment out here. And she had looked up facilities, and it came down to New Directions in one other place, but they did extensive research. And New Directions was the one that stood out the longest because it had a really long, strong history of women in addiction.
Yep.
And if there was anywhere that my mom was going to take me, it was somewhere that, could ingrain a structure in me.
Yeah.
So I was put on a plane as a 25-year-old by an ear and dragged out to Orange County. So nothing about this was willing.
Yeah.
But I hated treatment. I didn't hate New Directions. I hated treatment.
Yeah. Thank you for making that distinction.
Yeah. And that's just because later on I learned that it's because I hated myself.
Yeah.
And staff did an amazing job. They put up with my nonsense and everything that I put them through. Poor people, But
Yeah.
I mean, we're just like animals and fishes when we hate ourselves.
Yeah.
Like no person was left standing around my wake. This is so bad, But I needed that. I needed that. So, and that's how New Directions came about.
Yeah.
Done under extensive research, and it's an investment you make.
Yeah.
On a life.
Yeah.
And and I would assume my mom is happy with the investment she made.
Oh, yes.
You know, but
Yeah.
you know, it's changed my life. It's changed family's life, and it's changed generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you remember the first few days at New Directions?
God, do I ever?
What was that like for you? Yeah, what was that like for you?
It was just, everything was so structured, and I wasn't like used to that,
Yeah,
but I needed it.
yeah,
And I've read so many books on how we don't think we need structure until we're in it.
Yeah.
And then we like actually like have to have it.
yeah.
And I mean, like, it was like, I want to say it was like a Wednesday night I came in on, or a Tuesday night. They were out at a 12-step meeting, so I was just there by myself doing my intake. And the second they got home, it was like chore time,
Yeah.
you know? And it was like, they introduced me to my buddy, and my buddy was leaving the next day. You know, so it was just
Yeah.
like, whatever, you know, but like at that point I was just like I don't want to say survival mode. I wasn't like trying to survive, but it was like, this is all new. Like,
Yeah.
the way I was living wasn't working. Not that I had like conceded to and like given up the fight at that
You weren't
point.
at full surrender, but
Yeah.
you were getting there. Yeah.
But I was just like, I'd made the decision to go to treatment. It was either treatment or kill myself.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a hard choice, but, you know, decisions were made. So, you know, I was just kind of like, and I was raised in such a militant household that, like, you just do what you're told. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, okay. So, and so begrudgingly, I was doing things, but, you know, they buddied me up with someone else. I wasn't leaving so soon. And it was just, you just go through the motions.
Yeah.
Like monkey see, monkey do. I remember back then, New Directions didn't provide coffee. Nor decaf. Like, I don't know where you guys think you are, but it was just,
That has since changed.
I'm aware of that. That's been made clear to me. So it's funny, but it's like, it's just like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then like the gals would wake up, they would do their breakfast stuff, and then they would go to process group. I think it was in the morning.
Yeah.
Then we would do like breakfast, and then we'd all sit around the table and read the rules every day. At that point, the dining room had this very beautiful, elegant table.
I've heard about the table.
And I
I've
told
heard
my
about
mom
the-
about it. She was
Yeah.
like the only thing she was sad about. I was like, the table, not the table. She was very glued to that table. But it was like, just think of like 3 lengths of this thing.
Wow.
And it was just like solid wood.
Yeah.
And she was like, the table was the only thing she cared about. It's funny. But we all sat around the table, announced our sobriety dates, and read the rules. And it was good. It was
Yeah.
that from the first day to my last day, everything was the same. And that's what I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that structure. I needed that like reboot.
Yeah.
And not many of us have that before we come in.
Yeah.
Even though we think we're completely functional, we're not.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
But that was my first couple days. Yeah.
Wonderful.